Welcome to another episode of Roni's Remedy. I'm Roni, and I have the remedy for all your life's problems. So today my guest is very special to me. She actually works here in this building that we're in, and this is Mara Knaub. It's not Knob like I've been saying for years.
Yeah.
Knaub.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It sounds like knob.
Yeah, and I think what I understand is half of my husband's family pronounces the K and the other half don't. So I just happen to marry into the half that does pronounce the K.
You're like, dang, the other side would have been easier.
Yeah, because most people do pronounce it knob, but it's Knaub.
Okay, well now I know.
Yeah.
Knaub. So I met Mara because I write the advice column. Roni's Remedy, obviously. That's what this podcast is based on. And so we talk every week through email. I send her my newly fresh, you're the first person that gets to read them, if you even do.
I do. I have to. It's on my must-do list, yes.
And so it's been great, like getting to know you and like learning about your career in the paper. So you're the editor here. And how long have you been doing that?
Editor, I think about 2 years.
Okay.
Around there.
And how's it been going?
Really nice. I enjoy it. Mostly because of the team. We have a great team. I love the people, and I don't feel like I'm doing this alone.
Yeah.
I feel like it takes all of us together, and I just love working with people and part of it as a team.
Yeah, and you all have the common goal of getting the paper out, putting out good work. You know, and knowing you're appreciated. I love teamwork too. Like I love everyone here too. Everyone's been super awesome, welcoming, warming. Okay, so like tell me what it is to be the editor, because you work nights.
Well, because the paper goes to press around midnight.
Yeah.
And so I'm the last. I proof all the pages.
Okay.
And so as the designers are turning out the pages, I proof them, and that's done at night. You know?
Okay.
During the day, the reporters do the interviews, they gather the news, and then it's put in the system. I do edit the stories in the system before the designers pick them up and put them on the page. Okay. And then they, design. It's like putting a puzzle together. I've done that too, and it's a lot of fun. It's like, it really is like a puzzle you put together. And then when as they finish the page, they send it to me, and then I proof it.
Okay.
And so
proofing is just reading it?
Yeah,
like
just
you're
make sure
proofreading
I
it?
proof. I've already read the copy, and hopefully I didn't miss anything. I'm imperfect. I'm human. Sometimes
you are human. Yeah.
Sometimes I overlook a typo or something. But I try my best to find any typos or mistakes or anything or questions that aren't answered, and I'll have to call the reporter. What does this mean? Or did you ask about this? And then I just for proofing is make sure that the headlines are correct, the cut lines. I look at the bigger stuff, not
like
the
format?
small. Yeah,
like the format.
And sometimes I'll ask them to tweak a little bit of the design, like, oh, there's too much space here, or that headline doesn't fit there. Let's change the headline. Things like that.
Okay.
And so I enjoy that too. It's the whole process of it.
So when you get here, like today, are you proofing to like the paper going out tomorrow?
Yeah.
Wow. So it really is like deadline around here.
Yeah. I'm always living the day ahead. I feel like
you're living in the next 24 hours.
Yeah. The stories are dated for tomorrow. Everything's dated for tomorrow. And so, yeah.
And you don't work every day. Right?
I take off Tuesdays and Sundays right now.
Okay.
The paper goes out every day.
Yeah, so I mean, like, what do they do when you're not here?
And so initially I was working 7 days a week, but finally we have an assistant editor, James Gilbert, and he's been so helpful. He takes over for me on Tuesdays and Sundays, and I chose those days because I have congregation meetings, and I don't want to miss those. Those like priority for me.
Sure.
So I made sure that I asked for those days as the days he takes over.
Nice.
And so it's so nice to have somebody, or if I have to go on vacation.
That's what I mean.
Not
like,
if I have to, I want to go on vacation.
It's not all on your shoulders anymore.
Yeah, wow. It's been very helpful having somebody.
And so do you plan to like be in the newspaper the rest of your life until you retire?
I love journalism.
Yeah.
I love newspapers.
And history. You're a big history buff.
Yes, I know. And I'm always bragging about the newspaper being 153 years old.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I love that. And so I hope it sticks around. I know journalism will always be around.
Yes.
And I love the Yuma Sun. I love Yuma. Yeah. I fell in love with the community when I moved here. So I hope so, but you don't know what life will throw at you.
I know.
But I'm optimistic. So we'll see.
Well, it's been great getting to know you and, you working with me on my column and just being so supportive of like everything. They were asking me, the crew here, how did you even start the column? So I was just kind of telling them the crazy story of just calling Lisa out of the blue one day. Didn't know her. Just random phone number, sweating, shaking, hoping she didn't answer, and like she did. And I'm like, hi, I'm some weirdo wanting to write an advice column, and like, here we go.
And it's so funny because we had been talking about bringing
That's what I was telling them.
Because for years you ran like Dear Abby or Dear Ann, and people loved it.
And then you had a pastor doing it, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? It was called like Hope This Helps.
Yes.
And then then he passed away, I think. So you guys were looking, so it was just right timing.
Yeah. And I love advice columns.
Me too.
Just growing up, I've always been
have too.
an avid reader of them. And so when we found out about you and we were like, yes, I'm like, that's one thing we wanted to do. And to have somebody local do it.
Yeah.
Great.
That was like the big thing
better.
too. Yeah. You guys were like, are you local? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, let's do it.
And that's been my focus since I started here in this position, as getting as much local content as possible.
Yes.
And going forward, we're trying always to shift more local. So it just fit in. You're like you knew you were reading our thoughts.
The universe lined it up.
Yep.
And here we are with the podcast.
Yes.
So, well, okay, great. So now we know your background. You do read my column. You're the editor here. And now we're going to answer some questions. So she was like, I'm super nervous about answering these questions. I'm like, you've lived life, right? You have life experience.
Yeah. So, and that's part of it. You don't know what you're going to pick.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it's a little nerve-wracking because I was, oh no, well, I
you don't know what you're going to pick. So go ahead. Here we go. We're going to pick our first question.
Can I throw it back in if I don't like the question?
No. It was supposed to find you.
Okay. Oh, it's a very long one. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is from bored to tears to begin with. I've been feeling so down lately, and I feel like it's my environment. I feel like I'm in the Truman Show, doing the same exact thing over and over and over again. I have always thought about moving elsewhere, but my son has his dad here, and my boyfriend has a good job here. How do I feel unstuck? Or should I just look past my own unhappiness and tell myself it's all in my head?
All right. Well, what comes to mind?
Well, the first thing is, and I tell this to my friends all the time.
Okay.
We're all in control of our own lives.
Yes.
We can change if we want to, and it doesn't necessarily mean having to change a boyfriend or a job, but
or a place where you live.
Yeah, where you live. Just change something, at least with one thing in your life. Find a club or find new friends, or something major, find a new job if that's what you think it takes. And so there's small changes we can make, and it might be all we need to feel a freshness in our life.
I agree. Even like changing your hair or like anything like that. But this person's like, my kid's here, his dad's here, there's almost like too many reasons to not leave. You need to stay for that stability for your child. But I think I remember this question, and I think I literally wrote back like what you said. How about you find a different group of friends, or find a hobby, like find a passion that makes you feel like you're being of service and helping people, because you're bored because you're not doing anything that's meaningful in life. So be of service, help people. Let me see the question. I always like to read it because I just want to make sure. But and feeling so down lately, well, there's a little bit of like depression maybe, and it's your environment, you're bored. So I get that though, because I was a stay-at-home mom. I still kind of am. I've had so many different jobs over my life, and so when I decided we had our son, he's 8 now, and I was like, I'm not going back to work. And my husband's like, what? By the way, I'm not going back. He's like, okay, like we did a pros and cons. It made sense for me to stay home. So anyways, becoming the stay-at-home mom was the Truman Show. It really, like this person said, it became, you get up, you feed the baby, you change the baby naps, you try to nap, like whatever, like, and then it just felt so boring. So I kind of had to go through this too of like, I have to do, and I've been doing that now for 8 years. I do this and I do some other things, but my main job, honestly, is home with my kids. And so, got the bedtime every morning, you got the breakfast every morning, but you got to find joy in it. Like you have to find joy in it. And so there's no saying that this person won't be able to move somewhere else. That can happen later. Like maybe the boyfriend will get a different job, and I like this question because she says, or he, whatever, how do I feel unstuck? Well, you have to, I remember somebody telling me, a mentor once telling me, you have to bloom where you're planted, or else like, because you're just going to go somewhere and those problems will follow you.
You'll follow yourself.
You're going where you're going. So if you're bored, you'll be bored there too.
Yeah.
So find a passion, find a hobby, and you don't need to look past your own unhappiness, you know?
One thing about me, when I start feeling burned out, you know, it might be burning out also. I feel I need to go somewhere and just taking a break and leaving,
Like
going on a weekend away, going on a vacation, going to visit family somewhere else. I feel when I come back, I feel refreshed.
Yeah.
And everything that I used to do that might maybe bored me or tired me out feels new again.
Yeah.
And I love coming back. Yeah, everybody loves going back home, and so it feels good to just be back home and like starting new.
And like and yet you sleep in your own bed. My mom got home from Colorado last night. She's been gone for 2 weeks, and she's like, my bed, my pillow, you know. But well, that was good. See, was that scary?
No, it was good.
It didn't bite, and then we throw it at the camera. They always crack up when I do that. They're like, what are you doing?
No, it's cool. I like it.
Let's do another one.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah, we got time to kill, Mara.
Oh, dear. Okay. I see a lot of panhandlers on the streets lately. If I have cash on me, I often stop and give a little. I figure they can do what they want with it. That's none of my business. My friends tell me these people are scammers and I'm just contributing to their laziness. Should I stop giving them money?
Do you give people, do you give panhandlers money?
Sometimes.
Me too.
Sometimes. And sometimes I don't. It depends how I feel, honestly.
Do I want to roll my window down? Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, somebody who influenced me a lot with this was my husband.
Oh.
He used to always stop. Every stoplight, every time he saw panhandlers, he would stop and give them money. And I was like, that they're scammers, or they could be working, and he
they're gonna go use that for drugs.
And he would say that. He would say, he says, we don't know. And we're not responsible for what they do with the money. And he says, then what's $1? You know, what's 50 cents? And so he would always get money. And so now I think about that. He's no longer with us, but every time I see a panhandler, I remember him, and I remember what he used to say. Like, you know, it's, you know, I'm going to do something that makes me feel good, and it's up to them to do what they want.
And it's being compassionate. We don't know people's stories, like whatsoever. There was a time in my life where I was basically homeless, and people look at me now thinking, what? You know, and it's like, we don't know the journey that people have been on. So I also give money occasionally. I really don't carry cash, you know, but honestly, I've given like food, like if I had extra, whatever, like, you know, it's hot outside, here's some water. But like, I'm not against giving money to people that are asking for, there's a reason they're asking for it. Like, I don't think they're just inherently lazy and they want to like scam all of us. There's something going, maybe it's mental illness. Bankruptcy, like, you know, and of course drug addiction and alcoholism, you know, I'm sure it plays a big part, but no, I don't think it's bad. I mean, and like you said, to each their own. And I feel that way too. Like what they decide to spend it on, whether it's food, drugs, whatever, go for it. Like, that's not up to me. I'm not going to tell you. I've had people that I know that will take these people off the street and take them grocery shopping because they don't want them to spend that money on those things. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of controlling, but like, I see where you're coming from, because that's their money. They want to make sure it's spent right. But with me, I'm kind of like, no, like whatever you want to do with it. But yeah, my husband the same way. He always gives them. And I'm like, but I need that cash. Give your cash to me, honey. I know. But no, I do love giving back. And I was telling them earlier too, like a little bit about my personal story of hitting bottom and needing to seek help, you know, in a treatment center. And so I'll never forget where I came from. And so, yeah, when I see people like that, there's nothing but like compassion for them and a little sadness, but anybody can change their life, but it's rough. It's hard to change. It's a very scary thing.
And you, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
And you mentioned mental illness. I think the vast majority are going through that. And that's how they cope. They run away, or they see no other way. And so that's another thing, you know, my husband also suffered from mental illness. And so I think that's why he felt so much compassion for them. And sometimes he felt the overwhelming need to run away. And he would go on road trips, and he would tell me every night where he was. He would send me his
location.
coordinates. Yeah, you know, yeah. And
I'm not lost.
He would love, yes, yeah.
I'm alive, honey.
And so he would love going up to the forest and camping out for
I love
days,
that.
or just going one day. He took just a trip throughout Colorado.
But that's his coping skill.
Yeah.
Instead of maybe meds. Like some people really are so anti-meds. I worked in the healthcare system. I worked in the mental health care system before I decided that was the last job I had before I said, honey, I'm not going back to work. It was this place called NASCare here in town. It's no longer open, but it was a wellness center. I ran groups for people with schizophrenia, anxiety, depression, addiction problems, and some liked meds, and you could tell when some were off, you know, and they had to call the crisis unit a few times. Like mental illness plays a huge part. If you don't have it under control, it's going to get a little out there, you know? So I too feel compassion for people, like when they have really bad depression or anxiety, and like, I get it. You know, so
and not to break things down, but
no, go ahead.
You know, and I've been very open with this. You know, my husband ultimately took his own life, but I always tell people, you know, some people die from, you know, they have cancer, and I might have told you this before, and they get treated, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. And I see mental illness like that. My husband for years was on meds, and he tried also the things they would work for a while, and then they wouldn't, and then they would change it. And then he just got tired of the whole thing. You know,
it's like this circle of like not feeling well and then feeling tired and like a zombie. And I've heard there's some antidepressants, that really make people feel worse.
Yeah, that was the thing he hated most, was that it made him sleep for hours, and he felt like he wasn't even living. He wasn't enjoying life, and when he was awake, he was like a zombie. And so in the end, he went off his meds completely. And so,
how did you feel about that?
Well,
Were you scared?
At the end, I would try to tell him what to do, because I thought I was helping him. And then I realized, and I thought I was going to rescue him. I was going to make him happy. I was going to save him. Then I came to realize I can't. I can just be there for him, but I can't. And he has to make all those decisions, you know.
Himself.
So, when he decided to go off his meds, you know, I understood why. And so I just let him make the decisions, and even when he took his own life, I understood that. I was not mad at him. I knew why he was doing it. He just felt he had no other way. And in a way, I felt he did it. I mean, this is not, you know, that I agree with that part, but I think he
you don't condone it.
But I feel he was doing it, I think, for me and his mom, you know. And so, and he knew at that point, all the three of us were living together. And so he knew that I had her and she had me. And so I think he thought we would be okay.
I didn't know that. And if I did know that, I don't remember, but I'm so grateful that you were brave enough to share that. Because that's a huge topic that people don't like talking about. Suicide and shameful, and how dare they? You have no idea what people are going through. So like, I'm sorry you had to experience that, but like, you're talking about it. You know, and now you can probably help other people that have gone through that.
I think people, more people than we know, have gone through things like that. And I just want people to know that there are other people who understand, you know, who've gone through it. And it's nothing to be shameful. No. I'm not ashamed of my husband and what happened. But some people were upset and angry at him. Why would he do that? Why did he do that? And
you're like,
I never was, because I'm like, you didn't live with him day to day. You didn't see how hard he tried, how much he hurt, how much he suffered. So I understood why he did it. You know.
Well, that was a good question, isn't it?
Yeah.
The right ones find the. I'm telling you,
we got deep. I apologize.
No, this is what this is for, because I'm like, let's answer questions, but they'll get you into like 4 different subjects. So roll it up. You can roll it up and throw it.
Oh dear. Okay. I'm trying to say.
You got him. All right, one more.
Okay.
We might have time for 2. I don't know. One more? What do you think? Okay, 1. I've got the 1. That was really good.
Yeah, it was good. Oh. I have a sister who lives in a different state, who has distanced herself from our family. She doesn't travel, and I've repeatedly asked if I could come visit her, but so far, no luck. I know it's her decision, but I miss her so much. What can I do to make myself feel better?
What do you think?
I wish I had a sister.
Are you an only child?
No, 2 brothers. An older brother and a younger brother.
So you're the middle child.
Yes, and my younger brother passed away. So, and my older brother lives in Texas, and we kind of we're not in touch as much as my mom had wished we were. But
My God, you're like telling my story.
Yeah, and I always mean to, but it's like
I know, but like when you live in different states, it's kind of hard. Yeah, you know, and you have your own life here.
Yeah,
and he has his own.
In life, and so it's goes along with that. Like it's their decision.
Yeah.
You can just put yourself out there. You can try. I don't see
that's
I don't see anything wrong with her being the one to reach out, call, send a message, and then leave it up to her. But I mean, don't stop texting or message. Don't because she doesn't. You at least do your half of it, your part of it.
And see what happens.
Yeah.
And if you don't get anything back, then maybe there's no relationship to be had.
Yeah.
You know, like I do.
You can't force someone.
Exactly. Like I do feel like, okay, so if this is bothering you and you miss her so much, what can you do to make yourself better? Well, you need to make sure that your side of the street is clean in terms of you have tried. Like you can go to bed at night knowing like I tried. I tried to be close to my sister. Maybe she doesn't want to be close to me. And that's a hurtful feeling. But you don't, just because you're siblings doesn't mean you have to be best friends.
Yeah.
I have two older sisters. I'll get real about it. Like, we're not close. They live in Colorado. I love them. I hope the best for them. I love watching their kids grow up. That's why my mom was in Colorado, because she went to my niece's graduation from high school. I wasn't able to go. And that's all good. My sister wasn't mad at me or anything. You know, we've got a group chat, you know, my mom and my sisters. We all grew up together. They're much older than me, though. So I think that's probably like a big reason. One's 8 years older than me, one's 5 years older. But like, I feel like we talk when we can. We don't really talk without the group chat. So I do wish we were closer. But this is a good question for me, because I know that I probably don't do enough. Like, I don't really, like you were saying.
I'm like, I don't have a sister, but I have cousins.
Okay.
And just last night, I got a text message from my cousin, like, I've called you twice and you haven't called me back.
She's calling
Did
me
I
out.
do something to hurt you? And I'm like, it's nothing to do with her. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's just I get so caught up, like we're talking in my own life.
And you guys are busy here right now.
I don't want to be like that. It's like I don't mean to be like that, but yeah, I get caught up in my daily life and this and that. And
and you know what? I've gone through that too, because I think there was a period of time where I was always calling my sisters or I was always texting them wanting to get closer, and they're not. And I had one of my mentors be like, you know they have a life though. Like, and it's not about you. And I'm like, ouch. You're right. I'm the baby. So maybe I'm like, oh, take care of me. You know, but like, it's true, you know? And then even now with friends, like if they take a few days to text me or call me back, sure, does it piss me off? Of course, all the people out there that don't call and text me back, but I get it. Like their life doesn't revolve around me. And so, but yeah, this was good too. This one was kind of deep. I was just thinking about this today, because I'm like, I didn't go to Colorado. I hope they're not mad at me. But like, my life is in a different spot right now where I can't go, you know? And my own daughter had her graduation this week from pre-K, so we wouldn't have gone anyways, you know? So living in a different state is hard. If you feel distance, reach out and just try. That's all you can do. And then
I'll call you, Pati. I'll call you.
She said it. She has to now. That is so funny. You're like, I was just called out about this last night.
It's a big hint.
You got to get a to-do list of all the people you need to call back. But this was really good.
Yeah, really good.
And now I get
to you do the thing while I...
Yes. Multitask.
Okay, let's see. I have a family member with an addiction issue. He has sought help, but he doesn't seem to be taking it seriously. I have my own experience with addiction, so I understand. But I'm worried he's not fully committed to his recovery. His spouse has confided in me with the issue, and I don't know if I should get involved. Should I talk to my relative directly or offer advice to his wife? I don't want to overstep, but I also want to help him before it gets worse.
Wow. So have you dealt with, like, I know we talked about mental illness and your husband. What about any like drug or alcoholism in your family?
No, and I always, one thing I admired about my husband is that, I mean, a lot of people with mental issues become addicted or they self-medicate.
Exactly.
And he didn't. And he did try medical, but that's as far. And
he didn't like it?
No, it just made him more depressed.
and hungry.
So yes. And so,
like, I'm
so no,
starving.
that didn't help either. But he never got hooked on drugs, and I actually don't have too much experience. I don't know anybody who,
like, no one close to you.
Yeah.
Well, what would you tell this person though?
So let me see. So he has a problem with addiction, or he has a family.
Yes, he has a family member that's struggling, and the wife has told him, "Hey, like, maybe he's relapsed, or maybe he's not taking it seriously." So I think he's asking, like, do I even get involved? You know, it's rough.
I think if she has a concern, I think there's nothing wrong. We're worried about a family member. Just asking about it. You know, there's nothing wrong with asking, and I mean, you're not pushing them to do anything. Just asking, and is there anything I can help? You know, have you thought about it? Making them think, or at least letting them know that somebody is concerned about them and they see this happening.
Yeah. And you know what? So once again, was telling them, and I talked a little bit, like being in recovery myself for 11 years, and no one would really like talk to me about it. Like maybe they knew I was high or drunk, but like they wouldn't like sit down with me and be like, look, I'm really worried about you.
I see what's happening.
Yeah. It was more like, what's wrong with you? And then I'd be like, F you.
On the defense, right away on the defense. Yeah.
I'm just going to go get drunk, you know? And so like, the toxic family stuff is there, you know, it really, really is. So I'm actually glad that his spouse is like bringing things to light, because a lot of spouses will hide.
Yeah.
They enable, they're like, oh, no, he's fine. So his wife is saying, look, I'm going to go like talk to somebody about this. So the question is, should I talk to my relative directly or offer advice to his wife? Both. Offer advice to his wife. She should probably go to Al-Anon. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but it's a program for friends and families of people that are addicted. So you yourself aren't addicted, but you're kind of addicted to helping people, you know? So that's a good program to get into. And then, yeah, definitely talk to the relative. Don't shame, guilt, or point the finger, but just like you said, just, is there something going on? You know, maybe do you need to talk to me, or I'm here? Because when my family would kind of bark at me, I would shut down. And then eventually it became to where there was nowhere else to go but seek help, because I was like gonna die, you know? And plus, you know, I had my custody of my son. My mom was like, I have to remove him from your care. You can no longer raise him. And that was rough. It was like a whole thing of rock bottoms for me that made me get help. But, and you know, and I don't want to make them sound like they're mean or anything, because there were a few times where they staged like mini interventions with me like the next morning, but I was just not wanting to hear it. I was not ready. I didn't want to hear it. I'm mad. You all drink with me, you know, so like, point the finger back. Yeah. I was just being obstinate. And so this person just might not be ready, you know, to stay out of their addiction. It takes a lot. They have to want it. So I too help, you know, in my personal life, I like to help people, I don't want to say get sober, but maybe stay sober if they are sober. So just talk about it. Talk about it.
I think it's one of those cases again where of course you can't force a person. They have to be ready to help themselves.
Exactly.
But you can at least tell them, show them I'm on your side.
Yeah, and I love you.
Yeah,
I love you.
Exactly.
That just melts walls. Like if you just go to somebody, grab their hand, even like me and my husband, when we're arguing, fighting, whatever, if he would just come up and I tell him, listen, Bo, I just tell him this all the time. If you just come up and give me a hug or whatever, like I won't be so mad at you. I just need a little bit of like, make me less angry, like melt just be like, I love you, honey.
Yeah, that's true.
I know we're not getting along right now, but I still love you, you know? So
it's hard to be mad at somebody when you're hugging.
I know, or just hold hands.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
That's one thing that I've realized I give people too advice as a coach is like, if you are going to have that serious conversation, just hold hands. It really breaks down any like negativity or bad energy, you know, then you can kind of feel each other's energy and love. But yeah, I would definitely go talk to your relative, because you might be the last advice they hear. Like they could overdose. Like you might just go, what's like, okay, they get mad at you, big deal. Okay, get mad at me. I love you.
Yeah.
Get mad at me. I tried to help you. So it is hard. You don't want to get too involved in the family chaos, but just speak up.
Yeah,
if we talked about things more, I think less stuff would be shoved under the rug. There'd be a lot less people feeling isolated and depressed, and nothing is ever too shameful to discuss. Yeah. That's what I think.
That's true.
That was our last question. Would you like to throw it? Now you can throw it at Haley.
Yeah, Haley.
Oh, no, you tried to catch it.
I was so off.
Well, this was a blast. Did you have fun?
Oh, it was a lot more fun.
Oh my God, I'm like, can we do this an hour,
I had no reason to be nervous.
I know she showed up like, oh my God, everybody shows up like that. And then we just talk.
Yeah.
And so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Keep editing my columns all you want. Keep doing a great job. And thank you so much for being honest about like personal stuff.
Oh, thank you. No,
you're like,
pleasure.
Yeah, that's right. It's your life.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.